Tonight's the big night for the only local team suiting up for March Madness.
That would be the Bryant Bulldogs. They are in Cleveland for their first round game against Michigan State. And that is where we find our top guys, Nicholas, Nikki, and Ian, who have been traveling with the team every point of the way in their journey to reach this point. Gentlemen.
I'm just glad that John called me Nicholas Nicky because that's the name of the trip now, apparently,
yes,
because the head coach of the Bryant Bulldogs, of course, said that I'm mic'd up yesterday. But yes,
it's catching on.
Yes,
we're going from state to state, from Rhode Island to here in Ohio, and now we're going global next, Nicholas.
We have to get him a nickname now, John. We'll work on that. By the way,
my name's Ian Steele.
His name
I don't
is Ian
need
Steele.
A nickname.
Yes, I'm Nick Coit, and we are here following the Bryant Bulldogs. And tip-off, usually when we do these live shots, we say, okay, tip-off's, half hour away. It's a 10 o'clock tip-off tonight against Michigan State, so still a few hours away, Ian.
I just saw a couple Bryant staffers walking around here, just stretching their legs. They said it's a long day. They can feel they're nervous. They're sitting in their hotel room, so they're just taking a walk around Cleveland, trying to just take a deep breath and wait for this game at 10.
When they do hit the court tonight, there's an obvious family connection, Ian, between these two programs.
There certainly is. Yeah, Phil Martelli Sr. and Phil Martelli Jr. Jr., the head coach of the Bryant Bulldogs. Sr., the longtime head coach at St. Joe's, but he formed a friendship with Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo when Martelli became an assistant at Michigan. Here's the story of their connection. Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo goes way back with both Phil Martellis, Sr. and Jr.
His damn dad is in my locker room right now, and thank God he brought his wife with him, so there's a little joy in the locker room. But Phil's been a good friend.
When I got the job, last November, he called and reached out. We talked on Thursday as we were preparing for our championship game. We talked on Saturday after we won our championship. When Philip, my son there, when he broke his arm at our camp, one day a package shows up at the door and it's a bunch of Michigan State stuff. Usually Philip's, quite a few days where he's walking around with a Michigan State basketball t-shirt. I'm not sure if he's got it under his Bryant shirt over there or not, but that's special.
Similar to Selection Sundays past for Phil Sr., his phone started to ring when the Bulldogs and Spartans were pitted together.
When Tom Izzo called me and said, you know what, and I'll say this, and I've said this to Philip, if he could emulate Tom Izzo, then he's going to have a long, happy career. Some guys have long careers and they're miserable. Tom Izzo he's as good as you can get as a human being. So yes, he's a Hall of Fame coach, but more importantly to us, he's a Hall of Fame guy.
Tonight, a matchup in Martelli Jr.'s first trip to the big dance as a head coach. Izzo, a record 27 seasons in the big bracket.
Of course, Philip has done an incredible job. I mean, the job he's done there in 2 years is remarkable. And I think he's destined for stardom.
And that's high praise from Tom Izzo, saying that Phil Martelli Jr. destined for stardom. Again, Martelli Jr., his first NCAA tournament as a head coach here, going against someone who's been here 27 straight years.
But of course, it is special that Phil Sr. is here, and he's hanging around the entire Martelli family. We connect with both the Phils coming up later in the Sportscast, Phil Martelli Sr. and Phil Martelli Jr. They'll talk about this moment for their family. Plus, we'll check in on the team as they get set to face Michigan State in the 15-2 matchup here tonight. For now, he's Ian Steele. I'm Nick Coit. Back to you in Providence.